You rape Uganda for 40 years. No mara no gamba. Nemutabani yange na ye yaga. Na yonji weko na ye ambeko. Katubwe nemara na ye gamba. Nemurumu na yange na ye yaga. Nemukodomi. Nemukodomi na ye yaga. Bad governance that affects the people of northern Uganda, that affects the people in the center of Uganda, in the eastern Uganda, affects the people of western Uganda. So the constitution gives us power to do so. Power belongs to the people of Uganda. So ntubasa kwenyura twihari yorgo rushozi ejikirifu yibari gono batuvuga bakuza kutoroboku. When I am sorry you young people, but I want to encourage you. There is nothing good that comes for free. Tine kintu ekirungi ekikwija hatasheshekereshagamu. This is the time. It is now or never. Because it is only now that Uganda has got somebody I can call a Messiah.
You know you're right.
Ero omuntu ngayino mururu. No borgia chukamba zimeka, no borgia rusania rwenka nawa rwemere.
You made it small.
It started with me when we first had our manifesto launch here in Mbarara. I went to several places. Of course, there had been a directive that nobody whatsoever should host which thing such a gurani in Mbarara.
Oh, yeah.
Naza kwigura office baji nyima, naza kuronde chai baji nyima. Na jena na ronda hotel na shashura sente.
All right, a very good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good night, depending jota donako lwalero. Atete wazomukama olunaku obulamu bwatuwadde tusobozesa nti tukyali balamu ne twebuuza nti no ffe baani abakyali abalamu ne tugamba Mukama Katonda webali. It is because of God's grace, Madam Jolly, that we've managed to be here.
Yeah.
And there are those whom we think they're very rich, very beautiful, very handsome. They are no more to be seen. But for us, we are still living, still surviving by God's grace. And that's why I normally say, before I do anything, I say thank you, Lord, for the gift of life that He has given us. Yes. And especially to you, our leaders, into this struggle that you're going through. A lot of issues are happening. Chiboko, emigo, ebigo, tiagas, simanyi motoka accident, and things of that kind. So that's why you say, thank you, Lord, for the gift of life. And I say my regards to all people in the diaspora, those who normally watch us from different parts of the country, different parts of the world, people in London, people in USA, people in Doha, people in Italy. We totally appreciate to be Bazanyo. All right, could be one-on-one with our deputy president of National Unity Platform. Madam Jolly, ebyokwogera bingi, I'll try to summarize. I may not talk her profile today, but maybe one-on-one, somehow there, you will need to know who is Madam Jolly Mugisha. You will introduce yourself to the world, who you are, and then we start our program. Why am I saying this? Because I want people to know which kind of the person are we dealing with. They hear you, others, they hear the vice president from Western Uganda. They hear, but we want the success of our trip of countrywide tour that we've had, especially from Western Uganda. It's behind you.
Yes.
Where His Excellency Bob One is not, you are there. So once see the energy, the love of people, what is that unique in you that you manage this activity that has come to an end today successfully? Why is it so? So I welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. My name is Jolly Mugisha. I come from this part of the world. I was born...
Part of this world? Oh, yeah.
I was born in Ntungamo,
yeah,
where we were yesterday. I grew up there. I went to school around Uganda because I actually transversed. I went to north, I went to west, and I went to Makerere, and then I started working. I worked for government for 21 years. And today I'm an activist, I'm in politics. I live in Mbarara here, and at NUP, I'm in charge of Western Uganda. Western Uganda stretches from, those of you who know Uganda very well, from Karuma, Chiryandongo, then to Bulisa, by lake, that lake up there, then to Bulisa, the whole of the former,
then Masindi,
Hoima and others, then through Kabarore, then down to Rwenzori, we cover the whole of Rwenzori sub-region, then Kigezi, we come down to Gezi sub-region, and then Ankole sub-region. So it is quite a big area, a big mass of land, with very difficult terrain compared to the other areas of Uganda, but a place that is also politically difficult because of a number of reasons. Because one, our area is very sparsely populated,
absolutely,
especially in terms of mobilization. When you want to kunga, like we say kunga people, it is difficult to get them because we are sparsely populated. But also, you very well know that the current leadership for the last 38 years or so, 40, comes from here. They all come from here, from Western Uganda, from Barara, from former Great Ankole. Now they are distributed all over slowly, but most they are from here. What that means for us as NUP is that we are swimming against the tide. The majority of the leaders come from here, therefore they have influence on the minds of the people, on the ways of the people, how people act and behave towards politicians, towards leadership. So we are swimming against the tide, and it is a little bit difficult. However, I must say that the leader we got in NUP is an anointed one, an anointed of the Lord. And when the Lord anoints you, there is nothing that is impossible for you.
And that's very true.
Yes, that is what gives me comfort. And that's what energizes me to continue even pushing harder against the rocks I'm going to elaborate here as we continue. So that is me. I live here. I'm in charge of a wide area you have seen, and I am doing my best together with my team to ensure that we overturn each and every stone, each and every table that has been rooted since, for the last 40 years or so. So you can see it is a very difficult job, but we are doing the job which we like, because we are pushed by the circumstances of Ugandans. You all very well know that, people tend to think that people in Western Uganda are better in terms of economy. They think that all our children go to school on government's, scholarships. They think that all our children have jobs. They think that every household has an income, and that an income that comes from government. They think that all these other minor, I'm calling them minor programs that government comes up with, that people from Western Uganda benefit. But as we transverse, you have seen people are very poor here. People are as miserable in terms of income, because when the cost of living is very high, we are not exonerated. We are part of this country. If you look at the poor schools, if you move that deep in the rural areas, children still study from under trees. If you go to the health centers, some of them are just buildings. They are shells that have been put there without any medical personnel, without any drugs. So there are no health services in this region. The roads, you have seen the roads. There is a road that runs from Kampala to Tsoro. Yes, but that road was there even before 1986.
Before Museveni came to power.
Before he came. In fact, it was his war that used to, that destroyed some parts of the road. Yes, so the roads are bad. You have seen our products. We are a very, very productive area. Our products have no market. because the roads are bad. You find a bunch of bananas, a huge one this size, costing 500 from the farmer, and yet when they take it to Kampala through the bad road, through struggle, you find it fetching 50,000 for the middle person. You know, you look at even the cows, even the milk they produce here, all those things we use it to produce coffee and so on. So the bad life in terms of well-being that is brought about by bad governance that affects the people of northern Uganda, that affects the people in the center of Uganda, in eastern Uganda, affects the people of western Uganda.
And that's very true.
So that's why I got up together with my team to say this is the time. It is now or never, because it is only now that Uganda has got somebody I can call a messiah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, I had never been in opposition. I used to watch from a distance because I used to think that the current government, that Mr. Museveni's government, was God sent. Like you'll find some people believing, but until you move out to the community, you will realize that indeed we have been taken for a ride for so long.
Okay.
So when I realized that, when children finished school and there were no jobs, when you know all those things, I was like, why don't I join this new movement that is being brought by new blood, so that we can have fresh minds? You know, we have a proverb here that says that even that person, even the dancer, even if you are the best dancer, the best performer on the stage, you also get tired, you know. You also get exhausted, and then you have to rest, and then others continue, because Uganda needs fresh ideas, it needs fresh brains, it needs strong people, strength, even a lot of physical strength, you know, because, you know, the desires and the interests and the needs of the younger population that makes the majority of Ugandans is what needs to be in leadership today. Not the aged, because for us, the aged, we have different interests. If I come and take a cup of tea here as an elder, this is enough. But the young ones want to go swimming, they want to go to gym, they want to play football, they want, you know, they want money, lots of money. Today, a kindergarten child, a baby class actually, or even in daycare, they spend over $1 million, 3 million per semester, per term. So, but for us, when I went to school for free. We paid fees in primary, okay, maybe up to HSC, but at the university, we even used to get what they called boom. They used to pay for us, you know, pay us some sustenance at the university. So the needs of the young people can only be addressed by young minds.
Okay. Yes. Kakati now, Madam Jolly, because we are being in East Africa and especially in Africa, Uganda, and as that we are coming from Western Uganda, basing on that experience and that history you've just given us, what day you wakati mna Uganda, may you elaborate, tell the world how successful all the challenges we've gone through. Obviously, there are positive things we've seen and there's some challenges we've gone through. So tell the community, basically, what the tour was it all about? If possible, we can mix Uganda, Runyankore, Ruzungu,
byonna katogo kale
tulwa rabadaba style.
Rabadaba kakati orugendo runo twabaddemu. Orugendo runo is part of our program that takes us to the rest of Uganda to solicit for support, for mobilization. Tujita kunga mu Ruganda ntukyeta kunga, mu Runyankore nijja ntukyeta okurundana kwongeraho a membership. Haza okunga okwebembirwe president nomanya politics is about numbers. You cannot be a politician, you cannot be a leader when you don't have the people you are leading. So we were going out of the comfort of our offices to look for Ugandans, to give them the message of hope, abo banyenda kubagambira Ugandans have lost hope in this leadership, the current leadership. They have lost hope. And in fact, recently, many people commit suicide. Suicide was an unknown thing in Africa. Kuza kuribuka rumwana bamushaba umushoro akika hariya bamukwata ababodaboda ati akatere kibiriti akekuma homoro akeyose. That is a sign of hopelessness. That kind of hopelessness is what I'm addressing. So, we decided to go out to transverse Uganda to introduce our political party, to introduce our political ideology, and to give hope to Ugandans, to tell them that here we are. We know you have existed in this bad governance for so many years. There is plenty of corruption. You have seen what is happening. The huge amounts of money, the huge expenditure that is on government today can, in fact, someone was saying that the money that is spent in State House on every single day, it could build 2 hospitals. Yaba wayinenda kinyonyeshobe so ati esente ziba kugezo zikabire zikozere n'ibintu nyoni nchira kugenda ho mu mahanga gandi wareba ndi Rwanda hashuma yifa. You just cannot believe. Rwanda teje mwene yo Rwanda ehinga terisabikyo bityo konka wareba development ryo wabo tegira minerals nkezi twine ito twine za gold ukukabari unaza kuziko mwami byarango byarugaba nkashanga nibatimba yo kiba kuri tatini trucks and trucks wabuzo munya Uganda titine rinkaye to kubasa kumanya yabi trucks ebyo kunibigendanye cyo nyonke buza cyanshobera gold taho mu Uganda. Back when I was growing up, the cobalt, they were coming from Kasese, iron ore, hati even in Gaha, Kisinga, Wachkabe. All those are minerals that are in Uganda, Zambia, Zagor. So, Uganda, Nancy Yenge, Konka, despite what we have, we rank one of the poorest countries in the world. Where does our money go? It goes in the stomachs. Even so we go a moment, we go out of the comfort of our offices, if they are comfortable, to tell the world the president, Honorable or His Excellency Chagulanyi, goes out of his office to go to the communities, to reach the people wherever they are, to tell them that Uganda can be better. Uganda, we can live a better life. We don't deserve the way we are living. Our children don't deserve to walk bare in this century. Ukashanga umwana ito tukagenze bije tutambuze bije rutine nkito hati kushanga umwana mazima in 2024
it becomes shameless.
I mean it's terrible. Ukashanga umuntu ungwenke ito naza kujwara kwarije aze kujwara nigina kuba shoberwa barite by'abachina babiturumu byanige n'abante bigere nibisiba nibitutuka you know tujware bikade that kind of life. So this is what we are going out to tell Ugandans. Tugambira abantu we can get better hospital ataka kwasireho kuzakoresha millionaires consultation nemtwaro munani kwandikira bakwandika mu katabo kabo oragaza ho munani ufika hariye cyoma bakikutaho ngo hati abantu baza oh my God, I was like, how do ordinary Ugandans live? Hati cyo nchuma nsango abantu abandi bona nempumi, otherwise by now I'd be blind if I had not taken that surgery. So noreba the cost of living is so bad. Abantu bagurize banja, they have sold their pieces of land to take their children to school. Abana tubine mirumu. You see all our youngsters one time kazacha ichenyoni shayi 12 agwenye ne genda direct flight no shanka za Doha nebe ijwire nyonka banza futeka ticket bishya ababa kazi bajwire bikushana bataho na vare ninga ne batwaro ko mbara nyonka banza kujya today we are going for a tour. I thought it was a school. Akunza kureba iki kibinja ndecarenga hatije kijwire t-shirt zikazi baza right green zina kantu niyo nateka bishaga amashomero nibaza kurambura kare. If you know what is happening to our people who go out there kuteregeyo. It is so sad. Nka president wito yayagandira umuyambwe omuntu kumukuba muri yo family mwagira waza kuterekeyo rero mutero mu ngaro imwe mumanya ngo yaza kuronda sente, when actually it is very 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 hard out there. Abana n'abafana mureno babarete mirambwe ensigo ngo bazihamo bazitunda amarabi ninjani babanywa muneshagama ngo kutwabeturura kare. So that kind of thing, that is what the message we are talking to Ugandans. We are telling them that everything can change, that ekisire ebintu ebyo byona kikareta ebyo byona n'obwebembezi bw'omwami Museveni ahabwokuba ninteekateeka akaruha ahabwokuba okuyatandikire twari
naye yevaako
endowooza yabivaamu, ndowooza yakoowa konka omujungu omu yagamba nti absolute power corrupts absolutely. So abeireho munonga emyaka mingi yayebwa the responsibility that he has over Ugandans as a leader. So hati we yazombyeye abana arangoje yahate nibajyangu yazombyeye aryo mubye nebya family ye abo kuba hati ko kwetorora. If you go to any office today in Uganda koko utashangire mu wishenkazi nushanga mu wanyinento, kuko utashangire mu wanyinento nushanga mu wanyinarimwe. It is all one big family that is driving Uganda, and they are driving us down a cliff, down the cliff, but you don't have to rope one maze. And that is the message we are taking to Uganda, and to say no, we can pull ourselves out. We can pull the rest of Ugandans with us, because it is the constitution gives us power to do so. Power belongs to the people of Uganda. So ntubasa kwenyura twihari orwo rushozi egikirifu ayibari gono batuvuga bakuza kutorohoku tweyiheyo tubase kugaruza Uganda arayine yabiriro. Nangwa no twakutandikira itwabiri turi by 1986 abo kuba nyonkandya enyonyi Uganda kezine factories kezine production ekerya yiguremya n'abantu bakabagine twanshoma batata bashorumenya tushoma. Ebyo byona kubizere bagira ngo nibibabihaho esente bashara za 00 kuwa biruboine miliyoni imwe sebo bakwereza shiringi kashanje ngo shiwe Rwanda nazinga 9.
But I think Museveni started stealing when he was at the way he is.
Well, I don't know, old habits die hard. That's what they say. Aboko banyonka shoma katabo ko mucyarawe akagira ngo akanatwara n'amataki ko muhanda ganyuiramo rero atamanizi ngo roba mutuma I laughed. I said old habits die hard.
He used to sell milk. She used to sell milk.
No, whenever they would send him, that one day they sent him with milk kujitwaro wishenkuru umucyara we ninjada iwe ya young neighbors or whatever. So owishemwe we kuyakira umuhanda amataganywe cyanzi yacwato mu ngaro yakiko mugira yatamu ryundo katamanizi boshati kandi kigo mu kitabo cyo mucyara. So I say old habits die hard.
Absolutely.
Boshati we habite yatandikire cyo
when you are younger
and washoma mustard seed. Now watung information even verbal. The stories we hear about the bush. These fellows would go into a cassava plantation, whatever plant, garden, bakureza mhogo nebitakuri babitwari. They never compensated. Bakaba twarente z'abantu bazitwara bazibaga. Bakibija bazaho mbanka bajibwera biha musente bazitwara. Much did they ever return that money? They didn't. So when you are premised on that kind of life, you see, taking things, let me be polite, okubitwara without other people, the owner's consent, becomes normal for you. Aboku biwe numanya, maybe no teka wiwe hanga akakutaho
in your own world.
In your own world, kubitwara by'abandi kandi kubitwara with impunity. Kubitwara with impunity, kubirya with impunity otabigaririho even when you have mwero kazawi ukabano cye yagarure without even caring what other people feel. For me, that's how I see it.
Okay. Now, it is just a simple question. You know, we understand that Mukuru Museveni, that a day he spends, is it 2 billion? 12 billion, something of that kind?
Yes, please.
A day. But if I want to be given a chance to ask them, the 2 billion you spend every day in your house, which kind of
Food
do you eat, and that you don't even change the diet? It was cassava, chicken, cassava. For the whole year, you are eating the same amount of money. You don't change the diet. You don't reduce. You don't add. You just in cocoa or maybe pigs that eating chachu.
Manyana pigs nazo.
You change.
Arhobu zikurya nkamba. Arhobu zikunywa amata. I reared pigs. Pigs take milk. Pigs take chachu. Pigs take cooked food. Okay, chachu nebye by'ebichore bitatekire. Pigs eat whatever
Grass.
you provide, even grass. At worst, what in natural, nizirye binyansi no shozani nizirye binyansi nizigenda. So,
But for them, they don't change
you
the
see,
appetite.
it is a standard expenditure. It doesn't matter. You see, that's what brings in difficulty now. Because if they really cared about the development of this country, hatuwarire nkoko abo kubitwe in Africa aho mu Uganda ito warya nkoko ngo kugira ngo wabo wamani abo kuba waba no turabura iyo nkoko is just cheap food.
Daily food.
Fries, chips ezabana bakweta chips and chicken is cheap food.
Which is chips.
It's cheap food konkitwa.
It started from the word cheap.
Itwa mpaha omuntu yakutwara out nkaba bana batabishye naki wamutwara utamugurire chicken and chips, no chaps, you know those things ebyo no botateka za steak nk'ibyo no bato. So hatibo, it means that they don't care about this country, because ni manyangu omuntu ordinarily to kurya karona ngo akatugambe from our local perspective to kurya karoni okaro ebitakuri itwa abanyankore nangwa arebe bitekere tukubi konka hate birebe tukega kugirya nkawanda hano mugenda
Kawanda meal.
Bagenda bwahise ubunga tutuburye konko ubunga nabwo tukega kuburya za mhogo n'ebitakuri nk'ibyo. Then wateke nkoko, wateke ntama nangwa nayo tukatagirya konkati nayo tukagenda wateke ntama, wateke mbuzi, wabaga nakame n'icyenyanja nangwa bakaba batakirya hati ntibakirya atiwe nibiba byakanya warunganisha bwe niyo tukunda yabo kubitwe miro yaberesha bwe nebirya yamani. So hatiwe iwe n'abantu bawe ho nimwe endezanyu nebitara hati mwahindura ho diet mwarire 2 billion at least the next day mwaryaho kare 1 billion mukagumana mu alternatinga tumukusevingira abanyayuganda emishoro yawe kacendere eturuhu nyo ecyo kuntangaza n'emihendo y'amashita go kuvuga emotoka. Omuntu wabutosho munyayuganda nabasa kujya tibishati nyuwe atamashita kuba bwongeza kitaki. But I want to tell you that when fuel prices go up, the cost of living goes up. Abo kuba buri kintu cyone cyetorora aha transport intambara. Okay, intambara kwe kuguma to kuguza kituke to kuguza amategawe to kureta bikijo you know enanasi wareba twanturga kaberebe enanasi zona zisirira muhanda abamagare bitoke. You know, by the time you get to the market chahire so mbwenu obuntu babutosho bundi najya tibishinyowe ati emihendo y'ebintu shukari. I don't take sugar, but people recently nkatungaho mugeni najya ngunze kugura shukari egura kakaga yo tinjimanya tingura shukari konka shukari no shote negura kakaga omuntu gwese abone kugura kakaga omugati katugire ngo watunga umugati nambwe nore kunakwitse mineke unsase
is healthy food. You know definitely is over, it is healthy food.
Hati doreba umugati shiringi kakaga ngwaniwe kakaga hati wo muntu wabo utakora mu government
How will you survive?
Abokuba tokimanye mbwitwa mu Uganda. The only source of money where people when kote izobe ryokoraro giro mu government ukarabo mu karuru ubworo wanyu numva mwabukene abokuba nimba reba hano bagenze bye bariyaha as soon as they get elected, as soon as they get appointed into offices, then wealth start flowing in. It starts flowing in. That's when they become seven. Baba seven na nyabo hatobwe kimanyisa ngo nabo bimukabaza revu yabinde sente through corruption. Surprisingly, konka on top of that nyine kamukama wabo aliyabyamina abareba na heza to hoodwinkinga atata na to program yo kutambubu umushomankuza ewiromu so mbwene ibyo turi tugambira abanya-Uganda umuyimuke murebera abakenya bimuka bayerwana aho babe batabi iteka ryo kubongeze imshoro bajya ngo no way tutwija kwa sente zitu hatayine kiruho deriwo katayo mu office yo mukazi wawe manya wato ito tukahasente.
I don't know whether Ugandans they really understand this. We are still with Madam Jolly, Deputy President Western Uganda. Era yachaziza tuliwanewe chajiza mu entire region of Western Uganda. We have moved with her from day one till today. Rasobode Okoma Makage successful, and they have just received the information here. They have reached very well right now in Kampala. They've all reached, so they've communicated with me here. We are now safe. We have reached very well in Kampala. So we also appreciate the drivers betwambule nabo mutuvuga bulungi namwe nababadde ku maboda boda mu drone zonna totally mwebale. May the grace of the Lord be blessed because we believe in you. You are Heavenly Father. Thank you for protecting us and whatever we've gone through. Tuchadine Madam Jolly, a Deputy President Western Uganda, and she's still reflecting on national importance. Even to be nonga yeboya birabye. Tunajita tuse isenjiro whereby the police yakutaba nechiro neba kuba neba gamba lwaki mutembe bifaananyi by'omukulembeze His Excellency Bobi Wine nagamba gwe twetaaga ne babakwata n'abagalira batugenzeyo okubabuza abasirikale nogamba nide twabasanze n'ebiso ne tubabuza ebiso biririddawa ate nga babijjayo. So in such a situation, because they claim babade n'ebiso tetugenda kubata, and these guys are saying tubadde temba bifaananyi. As Deputy President, is there any chance for follow-up of those kids? I call them kids because none of them are above 35. They're between 30 and below.
Young people across the board were supporting which things are because of the reasons kugira ngo he's a generational leader. Nuko kubasa kumanye kubakwata wibura yemera umuntu ibura rya sente ubworo kumanya interests zabo. So abana bato abingi bamushima ntabwo cyo kubakurira ngo nayija ikintu bacenyugeramo. Unfortunately, most of these young all actually tibine bushobozi kandi no manyana nagambere. The political terrain in Western Uganda is so bad for them. The power lies in the hands of a few people. But then those few people, they intimidate everybody. They think that they are God-given. When ngubor hanga kapanga yabatahwaho munsi ngubategecha abandi. Nabwo cyo whoever hajiro omumusyotomtwe nobaguhonda. Yes, ninchimanye kibiri isingiro kitakabiri isingiro kibe cyabire n'ahandi. Twatwagambire aha challenges zitubugayini umuntu kwimuka ekibina cyo registered no kimanya ukija ukashaba umwanya ukashashura sente. It started with me when we first had our manifesto launch here in Mbarara. I went to several places. Of course, there had been a directive that nobody whatsoever should host which thing such a gurani in Mbarara.
Oh yeah.
Naza kwigura office baji nyuma naza kuronda echayi bakinyima nagenda naronda hotel nashashura sente kunabire ndyaho unashashwire kuza kurindira yare twa muryango mpa iwe ati nakuretera sente zawe atabo kuba RDC nanda kwitera RDC ati yajya if that's why most business people are quiet. You get me? Ugandanese business people are silently dying nabo kwaho uyagire ki yakora yaba inaka business omushoro kuba kumutaho targarka kwimuka ibiro byone kwa kuba yaba napangisa nambwe no kuza kubonaho pangisa office. It takes us a very very big struggle. We don't get it. Ubundi ko kuza some of our people now have some of those premises. So now for young people in Isinjiro to be arrested and detained and it has been happening in Ntungamo no mengo mikoro ne korwa achicha chama. It is a public place. Everybody goes there. Now when na Dr. Besije otura we opposition for longer than us. We atura na holding ejinanka MK Perao
Pirao
PRO whatever it is neza crusade z'abarokore neza konka bahura mucyaguranye na retwaha no shangu batahwa munabe abaganda nibageta nabe mtwe y'abantu ne cyankaranya enabe bagite enabe baringa bayingi didwa enabe emtwe yabwe cyankarana ne cyankarana nononya echo gukora ne kibora but for instance Ntungamo twa natuse atengana I had booked a place and paid for it. Paid cash mtwara shatu because that's how they rent venues here. Hato mshija bazayo bamu intimidate bamuhanditse ebara ya kiro kitwiro munaku. Those of you who understand Nyango a force letter kiro kitwiro munaku
so kiro kitwaro munaku
kitwaro munaku ye barua yekigega ndubuza kigega era omusajja nawandika ntiza abo sobarabanga era sagara batuke tubatuke ku mwanya gwanje nengamba kakati nengenda mu office ya DPC nashanga yabashejja bana na no katano no mukazi mugufu nabashanga wachimu mutakubasa kuzaha ngwabo kubacaguranyi ngwahata kuzaha akabatasha we have alternative areas. But Twara, those of you who know Ntungamo and who know Rukunjiri Road, you have invited people to come to Ntungamo town and then they give you a venue that is 8 kilometers away. The first alternative was near Itojo Hospital. Those of you who know that road, it is more than 10 kilometers away. Another one, you people must be crazy. Nobody can take this one. So but tubarahandi on Kajara Road towards Zikunji. Omayani bagweta changa. I said you guys, do your minds work? Are you sick? Baheza but tuarong almost tuara katinda until we
but still we went there.
Yes, we didn't go to those places. We insisted and got a public place along the road, at least just a kilometer from Ntungamo. And I want to tell you, the turn up we got at Nova Kujero my Museveni, Bakamta home Kazuwe, Nanum Tabani, Nanum Hara, Nindeva Nanda Kwesimbum Karuru, Kura, Omwijukuru, Bona Batan, the Roba Kabaravia Homurundu, they never get that population. They can never get that population in Ntungamo. So that's it. So Abani Sinjiro, yes, I am sorry for what has happened. I Nishasha Nimwe Kandi Nimbaragansa on Monday, first thing, we shall come for you to get how best we can discuss with the police. I know the police, most of the police, by the way,
they released them.
Oh, they have released them.
Okay, that's good.
But
yes,
but,
good news.
That's good. Baba today, and
Baba Tade.
Okay.
When you say Baba Tade, you say they've killed them.
Oh my God. Okay, Baba, they have released them.
Yes.
Baba Tade, thank God. Naye, That is the normal trend in Sinjiro. During on the voting day, even during campaigns, 2021 elections, polling agents banje baba yorabona, they would come to a polling station. Yes, you know, arrest all of them.
They call them off.
Never twara, never sura mchome. Then they will release them at 5:30 when voting has stopped.
And when you can't even
you can't follow up, you cannot know what has taken place. So for them, that method of intimidation is what they employ. Kuriya bukanga obururo bwa bukanga bwe burarebera abanyabukanga n'abareba nako hariho abasigaza abantu bagenda bakwate mboko batera buri umwe abana babatera n'abakazi batera n'abakazi shemuresere. How do you beat a woman? So n'abakazi batera abantu ngo babazakaruru mawe tubakahereza ubana bende. So when I am sorry you young people, but I want to encourage you, there is nothing good that comes for free. Tine kintu kirungi ekikwija hatasheshekereshagamo. Imwe abakristayo n'abakatoliki, all of you Christians, because Uganda is a Christian country, even the Muslims, isn't it? God had to release his son here. Bible nejanga umwana watinya munege kubuyi no mwana umwuka muhereza abantu tiroko ugendo fera binazi bari yashana ubundi bakaterera. So you have to sacrifice even for you to harvest, to make a good harvest. For you who are agriculturists, you must sacrifice your seeds. No zibyara zimera zifa, then new seeds come up. More productive plants come up. So my dear young people, take heart. We are in a struggle. We are bound to meet these challenges. Yes, when Jesus was going to heaven, akasiga yagambira bariya ati numuza kuvuga nemisheganiye ku bariya that you will meet wolves. So society is full of wolves, and wolves that have power, that have guns, is in a political power. I am not insulting anybody here. I'm using proverbs in Kayisu. So you are going to meet those challenges. What we are focused on is bigger than the challenges we are meeting. That's why we keep on pushing. No go they fall down, at the end of the day, we shall wear the crown. And we shall live in a new Uganda where everyone will be happy and they will forget the wounds that we sustained during the struggle.
All right, and that's very nice. Akakati nkambuza ko na Uganda wene kanje ko mu Rwanda bemulaba omusharo ono Mama Jolly Mugisha at her age and her being a Westerner, if you're not in struggle, what do you lose?
Nzi era ekisoka bwesibera I am a Ugandan. I am a concerned Ugandan. Nyowe at this age ati ndiyo mukayikuru nangwa mweshati mwe naza kwimuka nkashanganye ne billion no basafite. You can think that is a mentality of poor people, but if I woke up, you see some Ugandans, the corrupt Ugandans have failed even to consume what they take. You know, like greedy children. They amass babijuzango. You have seen people being found with billions of shillings under their beds. Because by the time you keep money in the house, you have nothing to use it for. You have eaten up or you are vomiting actually, because now the smell of food itself is no good for you.
Yeah.
So at my age, how much food can I consume? You see, just this cup of, it is even plain water as you can see. If I can buy 2 lemons and use one, I go to Mbari and I get my Bugisu coffee, I am done, and some honey. That's all I need for a day. I don't wear 5 pairs of shoes.
You can never?
No, I don't sleep in 2 beds.
And even you can't sleep in 2 vehicles.
I don't drive 2 cars. I drive 1. Okay? I mean, it fails me. I know people are building dynasties. How we have had dynasties. Even the Bible talks of King Solomon, who would, nobody in the world will ever be as glamorous and shiny and rich as King Solomon. But he still left. And I am sure by today, you cannot trace Magnite Foundation, Ford Foundation, but so what? So what? If the people of Uganda are crying, and for you are building an empire, at empire, can one rich guy live among poor people?
No.
Because the poor will not let you sleep. Someone cannot go hungry. Abana betu bakubasa kwitwa njara oryo mu rugonko rwo yekingirine ukingirine mwe bitoke nente nembuzi. They will climb over the fence. Even if you make it electrified wire,
they will use force.
They will see how to dig through the wall and come and steal what you have. So when nyowe ninshaba abantu b'emyaka yitu murekeraho umururu umurinyankore ntugweta umururu kandi umwana wo mururu tagugomoka urukwata them by the way.
Better you are right.
Ero omuntu ngani no mururu nubwo orgemere nubwo orya chukamba zimeka nubwo oryo rusaniya rwenka nawa rwemere
you made it small.
Shobera onge mise yisemu nubwo onye byanze bimeka byamata iratogomoka.
Okay. Tunakumaliza
era nubwo ina sente meka katonda ngatakuwada amagezi n'umwana n'omuzara ne bamutwara mu klasi ajja kusemba. Nibiguma nibishemba nubwo kubitwara bukashoma wherever nibiguma nubasindika nkabo kusindika egari y'omwika.
Oh yeah. Yes, Mama Jolly. Do you think Bano this the ruling regime do they think of tomorrow? Do they think of tomorrow?
They probably don't. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know whether they think about tomorrow. Because if they did, for sure, if they were thinking about tomorrow, they wouldn't be, they wouldn't be behaving the way they are doing. Time is the best judge. Because one day, we have read about very strong, those of you who studied history, East African, even wherever, world history, there were very great kings of long time ago.
Yeah.
Do you see, all those Asante kings, they used to wear golden crowns. But they are not here, right? And they say strong men produce weaklings. Weaklings tubakwija sustaining what you are amassing here, right? So hata aba bantu kuno jango nibateka nyenchakari bakabe bajango beitshi hat nyensi yakundi bantarho. What history? How is history going to judge me? That's one. Number two, do they even care about continuity? Because you cannot get all your family members and put them in a precarious situation like this one they are in. Abokubanka hatagire cyatera ona shitagiro wabanangwa ayikikiro mu bushubuzi ningo mu bushomesa hakiri bakagira ngo abashomesa. You cannot bring ukagira umucyara wawe ukamuha ukagira muramu wawe ukamuha bwa minister ukagira umucyara ukagira umutabani ukagira abana bona ndeba nambwe n'ikisigaye irabishemu nintekateka ngo bwaci bishop nubwo bataka twiro bwa Church of Uganda konko kumberebere nyowe shomere barho mbahasi ndebere bayeto mushiki yatandika kuburira ba bishop bona bari aho kabareba hakaceka bona nibareba hansi nareba n'abana ozana Uganda ningira hato umutwe gubarho gundi nubwo gukora mushiki bishop wa Church of Uganda. You
don't even remember when Kazimba was saying we have to resign from our church, Canterbury. What does it mean?
It means that they are going to establish
their own
church. Rero mushiki abenwe yabachi bishop iweta haga yona atayentibirize na atawentibirize kanisa. I'm telling you, that's how we say here, because that is the only title, that the position they are still missing in the family. Otherwise ezindi zona bazine amagara bagaine mbundu bazine sente bazine kuya howrida we kanisa mwen hati nyonka rebo omuchara omushiki buzima yaza yaburra ba bishop basiba barbati naye buzana ngira nditwe Church of Uganda katutura turi independent katuba we are Protestants. How come that somebody from Pentecostal church line come and start preaching to the bishops?
No, just no things are vice versa now. So no less younger people on Flash
happens in Uganda.
Yeah. As we told you, we are one-on-one with our deputy president, that is Jolly Mugisha. I know, and unless if you have some questions, maybe you may send them, and then either Mama Jolly Mugisha will answer them maybe in our next show. Tubadde tukyali wano mu Mbarara. Era ne tubaza Omukama obudde Madam Jolly watuwadde. It is maybe sure if I can say lunaku olwaleero naye nenga I believe at least twice a week or every week we may be getting at least one program from you as you are updating the country and the world at large to let us know what is transferring, what is in the corridor, what should we expect. As you know, the president today talked about the trip that we are yet to have. We have Palisa,
Soroti.
We have Palisa, Soroti, and is it Mayuge?
Yeah, one of those areas.
Yes.
Where we were denied entry.
Yes. It's Kayunga. It's Kayunga. And I think Kayunga is 27th of this month.
You see, before we make a program, or rather before we confirm a program, we make inquiries with people on the ground, because sometimes you may set a date when the other people in the other district have
I have not even set their date.
So we don't just get up and say we are going here, but tentatively we want to go to Palisa, we want to go to Soroti. We want to take the eastern leg. And wherever we find is acceptable, good enough, is easily entered, we shall indeed go in and do a good job, just as we have done in Western Uganda.
That's very nice. So people in diaspora, we totally appreciate you, because what we will no, please kindly afford soldiers in Bade Kumazi, I feel very happy. It motivates me. Madam Joy, the last question is, in
kwebaza omukyala Dorothy Stewart abeera which is this city in America.
There is California, Chicago,
Boston. She's in Boston.
Yes.
Yasindisa amazi gaba foot soldiers. She did. Oh yes, she did. And I was so grateful it has helped.
Okay, that's very nice. So, Madam Dorothy Stewart, we also appreciate you. Thank you very much for the effort and whatever you did to support us. And now for us, tugenda
kusula kati enyumba oraba kyengamba obeerawo ng'olowooza bwe nazimba ennyumba eno ng'abaana bakyali bato ng'abagenyi bajjudde kati ndumubwe nti I mean the children grow up, they have their own life. Now I only wait for visitors to come
and occupy it.
In fact, I'm soon making it is it
commercial?
Hey, because I mean I have nobody. I live with the maid and all the houses here. Has now become too big. Now what are those ones? I see people building 15, 18 roomed house. Onomchara Winfrey of America.
Oprah.
When she went to Oprah, You put study, okay, the studies there, the books are there, but how many rooms can you sleep in?
Just one.
How many? It has 16 bathrooms. Hati, you fall in this jacuzzi, then you go to you can't. Let's be realistic. Speaker.
Among
the one who is accused of being the most corrupt speaker in the world. She has a house that has 16 bathrooms. Now, how many?
16 bathrooms.
Hey, how many children?
Four sitting rooms.
Four sitting rooms.
Narongo.
Narongo kana kamwe bakanagokwa kandi bakanagakwa. Kaza yono mukozi.
Akawundi kanabira the other bathroom. One bathroom.
Amazing gaza kubutwara. I am saying they are likely to because if they are given such a areas, they swim. I mean, they can't fit. There is a likelihood that they will be neglected. You know.
4 million electricity per month.
Ach 4 million. Yakanegura sente zinga. How many units? Even if you have 150 bulbs, what is the highest watt of
it
the
is
bulb?
100.
100 watts. So what is the consumption? I mean, Shannon Bagagi. Do they eat heat? Do you, even if you are baking what, even if you are grilling what, even if the ovens, I don't know what can you use it? Even if the hot water, the water heaters, all the house has water heaters and it's boiling.
You can't even consume
you cannot
that.
consume that electricity. Yes, we all have those services at minimum level. So even if you have 50 kettles and everyone switches on at the same time, you have cookers and ovens and grills, you can't consume that electricity. Let's be even if you have kinos that are wired with the electricity and your dogs sleep on rebonded mattresses and they sleep on rebonded mattresses, still you can't finish that money.
And that's very true.
So Ugandans, let's be realistic. Let us love our country. This country belongs to all of us. And for us, for me, I believe that you cannot be black elephant or a white elephant among the white ones and you survive. You cannot be one rich individual in the community while your neighbors are stinking poor because they will beg from you every day. They will come and steal what you have. You will be uncomfortable. You don't even sleep. Someone, in fact, wabo in a center in a zomunju, hajira echinyatsi, I mean echibabi, a reef, a kawaii a hibu. Norarot. If you look at the houses of the rich, zineza bagara proof, ezotakarebaga, electrified bagara proof. Me, I even sleep here on the carpet.
Comfortably.
I eat in, or yeah, maybe they will come running out to steal. I'm sleeping, I'll wake up tomorrow, I'll wake up, read my Bible, do my prayers, and ride my bicycle, and then that's it. Wear my shoes, go jogging, and I come back. I even leave my house open.
The last question, and it's for the East African community.
That's right.
You know, abnormal situations, people tend to behave abnormally.
Yes.
I repeat, that in abnormal situation, people expect them to behave abnormally. Why is it so? Uganda, we are in abnormal situation, but we are pretending to behave in normal situation.
By the way we behave is not normal. It's the one that is abnormal. You know what? Any normal, sane person would not tolerate this crap.
Oh yeah.
It's us who are abnormal. Because omuntu, I was telling people, you know, during Amin's time, Nomanya, the soldiers were called Nyanya, Simanyi Banyanya.
Abanyanya.
So Abanyanya, one day they raped a woman. About 5 of them. They raped a woman. Now, the first one went in, did his dirty job, then another one, Ononga Amaranga Gamba, Nemuganda Yanga Yagara. Ne Muganda yangayagala. Then this one would go on. Omukazi ng'akaaba nga talina na kyakukola ng'ono bw'amala agamba tovaawo ne Muganda yange ne Muganda yangayagala. That is the same predicament we are in. You have seen the father. I can use that example of raping Uganda. You rape Uganda for 40 years. No mara no gamba ne mutabani yange naye ogiweeko naye ambeko katubwe ne mara naye gamba ne murumuna yange naye yagala ne mukodomi naye yagala. Please, honestly, be serious. So, and then the Ugandans are seated. The young ones are there. Abazaire bari aho numutunde banja. You send your children to school, they finish school, they have no jobs. The members of parliament, some of them have been they are as old in the system as they are Mukamawabu. Your sons are there and daughters, they have gone to school, you have sold your land, you are the majority out there, they come and give you a sweetie, a jibajia, they give you shilingi bitano, then the person rules you and when
you keep kununali.
I mean, really, how can, that is why I am saying that we are the insane ones. It's not the leaders. Because they have made us,
if we were normal,
driven us to that corner.
We would have seen
if we
this.
were normal,
Kenyans are very normal.
So we are the batumbavu. It's not the leaders. Because we have accepted. If somebody says you are a fool, and you say, oh yes, I am a fool. My late father used to tell me a story of one day that during the war, you know, the soldier, they were serikali, I don't know what they were called then, they what is the right word, bakakwata emboye bamuletomuka. Now when the men had gone, you know, to hunt and to do work outside the home, that the mukwatwa told the women, the wives who had stayed at home in the homestead, yabajangu, you women, can I teach you a song? They said yes. Hataze chindaganda. Whatever I say, you repeat after me. So she started, you women, you are dogs. Then they would say, oh yes, yes, we are dogs. Then he said, abakazi murgentam. Oh yes, yes, we are sheep. Said, you have a cousin Murgama. Oh yes, yes, we are foolish. Then he said, if I jumped over this fence, I would leave you. Then, oh yes, yes, you can leave us. That is exactly where we are. But Abanya-Uganda got mwine ndondo, ego bambe twine ndondo. Abanya-Uganda mugaboro, ego mama turigaboro government tuyambe. You are the one who is paying tax. And your tax is being misused. It is being eaten left and right. Then you see when any politician visits, they come, they are conducting fundraising. The money they are bringing is yours. You saw when the speaker, the whole speaker of Uganda's parliament visited a place constituency, the woman who stole money. Member of parliament, what is the district? The Ruchiga one. The Ruchiga one, the commissioner from Ruchiga who took money. She said, I mean, how much do you give me out of what you give me? Because
the leftovers.
The leftovers. You still so that you give me some. No, please. And then we are there. We are laughing because our leader has come. So we are the crazy ones.
Okay.
Because they have taken us for a ride and we have accepted to go even further than where we are supposed to turn around and say, no, please, we just cannot continue.
All right. So Uganda, thank you very much for the primary program for Hon.Jolly Mugisha. I will expect to be with her next week when she's in Mururemburu, Kampala. If all goes well. We wish you a very lovely morning, people in the UK, in USA, afternoon, people in Canada, good night, Ugandans, and the other people around the globe. We wish you a very lovely stay. Just God bless you. See you when you see us again but I welcome you back from the trip.
Thank you. It was nice. It was beautiful.
We've spent
Despite
7
what
days
happened,
from Sunday.
despite the hurdles, people, thank you, people of Western Uganda. When whoever we've done well, continue pushing. Let each one of you get 10 people, and indeed,
We shall
wear the crown of glory.
By God is gracious.
Yes.
A lovely bye-bye. Thank you very much, His Excellency Bob Wine Sentamu, for the love and the courage. Omaika kati ze ngamba nnyo abantu. Omukulembeze oyo alinga magnet.
Omukulembeze Katonda yamufuka kw'amashita, yamuteeka kw'amashita, yamuronda nga bwe yaronda David. Nze ndi Mukristaayo. David tiye yali asingayo obuwanvu okubeera omulungi ng'alabika bulungi, naye Katonda yamuronda kubanga yamuteekamu the brains to lead the people.
Oh, yeah.
And Honorable Kyagulanyi, His Excellency Kyagulanyi has the brains. He has the brains. He has the magnetism around him.
Okay.
He has it. He has the clout. He has it. And he's going to lead us to the next level.
See you when you see us next time, everyone. Bye. We sign out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.